Hey guys, Jordan here. In this video, I'm going to discuss how to fix lens distortion. So let's get into it. Now, depending on the camera manufacturer that you have, I know with Sony's, they're in the menu, you can do lens compensation. You can change that. By default, it's on off, change that to auto. And what that does is basically going to apply the camera profile in camera. So when it's recording, and I think this is particularly important for video, right? It's hard, or it's not as easy as when you're shooting photos to fix barrel distortion or lens. So what the lens profile with that applied, what that does is, the camera knows the profile of that lens. It knows what barrel distortion it creates, the vignetting, so it compensates for all that and fixes it so your pictures look normal. Now with ultra wide lenses, you're not gonna get away from some of the wider, stretching looking things. So that's why I think composition is very important, especially when you're using wide angle lenses, not to put light fixtures in corners, because that's just really, really distracting to a potential buyer that's looking at a photo, and the fan blades look like they're 10 feet long when they're actually like 2, right? Because it was in the corner, or it looks really, really odd. So composition is important, but yeah, distortion. Lens compensation, make sure that's turned on to auto if you're a Sony shooter, and I think Nikon and Canon both also have that ability. But if you're editing, during the editing process, there are a bunch of lens profiles, and Lightroom and other software pick up on the metadata of the photo, so it knows what camera, what lens was used when you were shooting, and it'll automatically adjust that, right? So you just got to check off lens compensation. I think that's what or profile correction in Lightroom or whatever software program that you're using. So anyways, those are some ways to fix lens compensation. Now, sometimes you might be using a manual lens and then the metadata is not there. You could pick a lens out of the list. You can, at least in Lightroom, you can fine tune your own adjustments for it and create a preset for your lens if there isn't one in there. Or if it's a manual lens, there might be a profile in Lightroom already. You just have to select it from the drop-down menu because it's not baked into the images, like I said, with like manual lenses. Or if you're using like a manual lens adapter that doesn't communicate lens settings and whatnot back to your camera. So that could also be the case. Like, for instance, before Sony had a lot of good wide angle lenses, we would use the Sony with a Metabones adapter with a Canon 17 to 40 f4 lens. So then we would have to, select. Actually, the Metabones adapter, I think it might have picked up on the lens, but we did have some manual ones as well. So anyways, those are my thoughts on lens distortion, how to fix it. If you guys got value out of this video, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, as we consistently put out real estate photography content just like this. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.